I am a jovial collier lad, as blithe can be. And let the times be good or bad, it's all the same to me. It's little of the world I know, and care less for its ways. For where the dark star never glows, I'll wear away my days. Down in the coal mine, underneath the ground, where a gleam of sunshine never can be found. It's digging up the dusky diamonds all the season round. Deep down in the coal mine, underneath the ground.
I've done it. I've fucking done it. I've won. This is it. This is it for me. This is my big break.
They'll take their winnings. They'll have to leave soon. Square foot by square foot, their land sold off on Groupon to soon-to-be lords or ladies. They dance in the square feet of the hills they have left. It rains and their bodies swell like rice. They're absorbing the water from damaged telephones, consuming each other and the land around them till there's no space between them, expanding like slime, commercialised and reproducing, everyone each other's stunt double, everyone each other's cover band. The suits get a boat through the flooded waters and row downstream, riding on the backs of the fish and the current of the commute. Travelling into the in-between, otherwise known as the Midlands, staring through television windows, screening videos of electric metal towers. Rain turns into lightning. The suits are spotted by those who get paid to capture us when we're not looking. Wind turbines circulate air, round and round into the carriage, round and round into the bodies and back out again. It's 2018 and too much air circulates round and round in the fryer of my cousin's roadside fish and chip shop. The fryer blows, hot oil burns the workers' hands. A passenger hands them half a tube of chloramphenicol. They use the other half on their bulldog's infected eye. 2009, I'm downloading a Sims expansion pack and sitting with a fan between the legs to avoid the system exploding. Round and round, passengers sit with fans between their legs to avoid overheating whilst looking over paperwork. The heat and the dog breath combine, creating a shared respiratory system. Near an arrival, the pylons turn to cranes. They open up the TV screens and breathe in a new circulation, filled with polluted particles and clouds of nicotine vape. They pass city trees freshly stubbed, putting their fists to the sky to unlock the sound of the birds. The suits look up at the plains in the distance, existing in the silver air, wondering if everyone's blood is what keeps them up there, landing when they gasp. The plane circulates the breath of the passengers through its metal body. 2018, I sit behind a man with a Newcastle United tattoo on his bald head. The man next to him has hair coloured in checkers. The hostess shifts across the aisle. "Hiya, would you like to buy one of our scratch cards today? The money will go to a charity of your choice." Yeah, go on then, love." As he agrees, the hostess gets out a razor and shaves the checks off the man's head, revealing the losing numbers. The plane's digestive system is managed by the passengers. It's still 2018 and I think, how the hell are we up here in the sky, held together in mid-air by the body of the EasyJet Airbus A320. We break up the vacuum-sealed lasagnas and casseroles with our teeth, dentures and gums, then line up along the aisle, one after the other, to shit it out into the toilet bowl. The rain shoots down with our piss and washes away our waste into the plane's colostomy bag, ready for land and release. It's 2006 and I'm walking my auntie's friend's spaniel through the neighbouring estate. Billy Joe comes over, blonde curls and a nappy. "Can I stroke your dog?" Yeah, go on then." It's 2016 and I'm walking my own dog, passing the swings, and Billy Joe asks if I got a light. She swings, she puffs 2 cigarettes to the butt, squishes them between her index and thumbs, and shoves them in her ears. She gets out a phone, connects the butts to a 2G, and listens to JLS. My heart won't beat again. 2 years later, Katie Price dresses as a pair of lungs for the 2018 London Marathon. She doesn't complete the race because her lungs are too heavy. Back to 2016, smoking is more than an addiction now. It's sexy and romantic. It's all about the slow release and the eye contact. It's 2014 and our neighbours are breeding snakes in their halfway house in preparation for the Reptile Roadshow. The snakes are put on display at the steam engine rally, alongside old trains and the 2010 runners-up of Britain's Got Talent, Twist and Pulse. It's 2015 and the halfway house goes up in flames. We watch with binoculars as the snakes disintegrate. It's 2019 and I get a text from Mum. "You'll never guess what. B&M's gone up in flames. Everyone's favourite bargain store. Burnt to a crisp." Black spiders in the blue. They circle around us in the sky, carrying vibrations. I'm watching TV without a TV licence. They're probably searching for me. The sky sweats. Acid rain drips from the BT tower. I wipe it and it burns. It runs into the drains and links up with the bodily fluids in the sewage pipes. Somewhere on the other side of the city, a girl cries, wipes her tears into a tissue and flushes it down the toilet, along with her piss and last night's dinner. It has an important date with acid rain in the pipeline. When we are on the dance floor, we can move our hips, necks, arms to a rhythm, and our bodies flow with other bodies. When we cry, laugh or scream, everything flows, whether that's thoughts or tears. When we are intimate with others, our bodies fit together fluidly. We release fluids, we drink fluids, a constant exchange of fluids. The suits weave around buildings like production lines, commuting together in routine. At rush hour, our body jolts, our jaws clench. We move to the rhythm of the city, dancing through the crowd. Imitating movements from other bodies like lost and found. Receiving messages and social cues from one another. Escalating. Checking. The fish catch up with the suits. They swam from the flooded north waters to the Thames. A reminder of home. Routine is disrupted. I look away from my phone during the brief encounter. Repetitive movements get grander and expand. Everything has to be extending and expanding. Organs stuck in traffic, housed by the bodies of taxi drivers and the top boxes of motorbikes. It's 2019, it's my cousin's wedding. My auntie wraps bones and knuckles from the table into a serviette and stuffs it into a bootleg Gucci bag to give to the dogs. It's 2017 and I'm asked when paying for my meal deal if I'd like to be added to the organ donor register. The same year Katie Price's cheating husband cleans the pus from her infected ear, a consequence of her latest facelift. Shortly after, it becomes common knowledge that Simon Cowell is pumped with vitamins at night to keep him alive. In exchange, they use his veins to supply electricity to the neighbouring houses, flowing through the pylons and keeping the city alive. At night, the suits gaze at windows and watch how they frame the light. Everything resembles a box, small and contained. It's 2005. I'm convinced one eye is bigger than the other and insist on wearing Men in Black glasses from Burger King's kids' meal. It's 2017 and Mum tells me the degenerative eye disease keratoconus runs in the family, making the cornea bulge. Mum loved eating fish eyes. She'd eat the eyes of the fish, the bones of the fish, and the fish of the fish too. We get it from the trout farm. This was a farm of chlorinated fish. They were a specialty in areas where the rivers were too polluted, so they were bred in swimming pools instead. It was just off the A19. We'd share a car with the kids down our street, who we used to call our cousins. You'd park up, pay a couple of quid for a bag of trout feed each, then go and fatten them up before taking them home. The fisherman said we can call the trouts anything we liked, because they become immune to name calling after a while. He loved multitasking, but he hated wasting time, so he'd name them after vocal exercises, so we could practice whenever he called them. A, E, I, O, U. Mum picked Harper 7, the fattest of the lot. Of course, Harper 7 was named way before the new system came into place. Grandad would also get his fish from the trout farm. He'd pay with bags of 2p coins that'd add up to £1. He wouldn't eat them though. He'd cut them open and stuff them with an old cassette, then attach them to a plaque on the wall. They'd sing and dance on command. His house backed the train line. We'd run past the runner beans and the plum trees to watch the suits go by. Back to the beginning.
In a restless heart worn out by time, and the tales that he's told of the old Hazel Road are now distant and blurred in his mind. Many days he is glad they're behind him, when the past is a journey too long, when the good and the bad are just memories he's had, where he can't tell the right from the wrong. He can't sing a lament for the old days, now those fishing days are through. He won't sing a lament for the ways that are gone, and the living hell he knew.